Okay, back to work here. Cleaned the filings off of this. My files here had a pretty good build up there. I imagine we've taken 3 or 4 grains off here now. And we're just trying to get these cleaned up. We've made one full rotation with it, so I'm going to start over. There's the first slat. 1, 2, and start over again. Going 5 strokes per set of blades. You notice that that broadhead is sliding quite a bit easier now. It's not dragging real hard. That's because the angles are nearly set, and it slides a lot smoother, a lot more even. And I'm not using as much down pressure on it either. There's no need to bear down so hard that you're going to bend your insert inside there, you know, your threaded adapter, by putting too much down pressure on it. You just want to make contact and not real heavy pressure. We'll take a look at it. It's getting there. It's really close. It's 2 full rotations. Okay, start there. 1, let's see. Get first 1, 2. The object here is to not take off any more material than you absolutely have to, and that's why I've switched to 5 strokes instead of 10, so we can work in shorter sections here until we get this cleaned up. Almost there. Can still see a little black out towards the edge of the blade here, but you can see, I can see it. The camera probably can't see it, but I can see the shiny part of the blade working its way out to where I colored it with a Sharpie. It's gradually working its way further out to the tip each time I make a rotation here. And we're just going to keep going until we get all 3 sets of blades cleaned up. Really super close. It's kind of amazing. I didn't even realize that I had this broadhead so far out of whack when I started on this snuffer tamer. I didn't realize how much I had the angles off on this by the old sharpening way that I was using, and it just tells me how wrong it was. You know, even though I was getting my heads, you know, sharp enough that I thought to hunt with, and they were sharp enough. I killed a coyote with one, and it sliced through him like he wasn't even there. But you're talking about a coyote. You're not talking about a 150-pound 8-point buck that you got to put, you know, one of these through and through the rib cage on. So you want it as perfect as possible. There's no substitute for that. So if you have the opportunity to do it the right way, I encourage you to do that. Because that could mean the difference between a dead deer and a lost deer, and, you know, a heartbroken hunter. Because you're really going to be sick when you lose an animal due to a dull broadhead that you could have made perfect if you would have just spent the extra time to make these right. Almost there. I'll probably lose a few more grains on this because I've had to take off more than what I thought I needed to. I'm going to dump these filings real quick. When I say dump these filings, all I'm doing is turn this over the trash can over here and giving that a tap on the back, and the filings just fall off. Because otherwise they'll start gumming up your files. Okay. We'll hit this a few more times here, and then we're going to call this one good. Maybe 2 more rotations on it. And at that point, I'll start feathering it down. Because actually this will probably be a coyote broadhead anyway, or turkey, in which case it's going to have a adder point behind it. I'll get one of those out and show you too, and I'll show you what a killer, absolutely devastating killer broadhead setup for turkey is. I think one more trip around the block here, 5 more strokes, and I'll start feathering it down. Yeah, that's plenty good there. Okay, now I'm going to do what I call feathering it down. Dump my shavings again. Start out flat. 1, 2. Now I'm going to go 3 strokes around a couple times, and then down to 2 strokes all the way around a couple times, and then down to 1 stroke all the way around, and adding lighter and lighter pressure each time. On these 3 strokes, I'm not interested in cutting. I'm just feathering the broadhead down. 3 medium light strokes. That was 1 time around. And we'll go back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Basically, I'm just keeping the broadhead in contact with the files. I'm not adding a whole bunch of pressure because I'm not interested in changing angles or anything like that. Just feathering these down. That was 2 series of 3 strokes. Now we're going to go to 2. Even lighter pressure this time. There's 1, 2, 2. That's one time around. We'll go back. 2 more strokes again. 1 time around. Light pressure. Okay, that's 2 trips around on 2 strokes. Now let's go back. We're going to do 1 on each set of blades. Light pressure. Just slide it across the file. We're not looking to cut. Go back. That was 2 trips around. And on the last sequence, I usually like to give it about 3 full rotations. So we'll go back and give it 1 more of 1 stroke per side, lightly. And that's how I finish up. And be careful taking that off because it's pretty sharp at this point. Actually, probably sharp enough to put it on the tip of an arrow and call it good, but we're going to take it even further. Make sure the camera can see my block here. And this block is angled just like the files are at the 24-degree angle. I found my paperwork here. I wanted to show you that. It says change this factory 30-degree sharpening angle to 24-degree for super sharpness. And here's the company that makes these. It's True Angle Broadhead Hones Incorporated, Wabash, Indiana. I'll go ahead and give a number for them. Give them a free plug here. That phone number is 219 503-8160, I believe. Looks like the staples went through the phone number there, but you could probably Google that and come up with this company that makes a true angle broadhead hone, Model ST Snuffer Tamer Delta Snuffer Sharpening Kit. That tells me this kit's probably pretty old because Delta doesn't own Snuffer anymore. Magnus does. But I'm sure somebody, if not this company, I'm sure. Oh, here's a better look at the number here. I was wrong. That's 219-563-8160. Yeah, and they're not paying me to advertise for them by any means. I just think it's a great product, and you ought to get yourself one if you shoot 3-blade broadheads that are capable of being sharpened. Now the replaceable blade broadheads, I doubt you're going to be able to sharpen those, but these snuffers are they're made to be sharpened. They're a traditional hunter's broadhead, and we all sharpen our own, so that's what they were designed for. Now for this, on the leather strop, I switch over to my short piece of carbon and put it on there. Never hold on to this with your fingers, because if you want to end up with a few stitches in your hand, then go right ahead, but I don't. And I keep my fingers right on the edge of the leather strop block, and just want to put some downward pressure, drag that backwards across it on each set of blades. And what this does, and just keep rotating. That was one time around. That's 2 times around on the second time. Okay, there's 2 full times around. And what this does is it removes any of those microscopic burrs that are on the edges from where we sharpened it. This is gonna kind of peel those off. So we'll just keep going around for, oh, I don't know, maybe 4 rotations. That was 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 4 times around. Whew, wow. That's scary sharp. I don't like to hit the strop a whole lot, the leather strop, because I think if you kept dragging it on there, it would actually dull your edge rather than make it sharper. Give it the hair test. I think the camera might pick this up. Look at that. I don't know if the camera can pick that up or not, but you see that bare spot? I just shaved a chunk of hair right off of my arm with that. That's how sharp. That's what you want right there, folks. That's amazing to me, you know, versus what I. Okay, I had to stop and change the memory card, but I was in the process of showing you just how sharp this thing is. Got a little pile of hair here laying here that I shaved off of my arm. That's what you're looking for. I could never achieve that level of sharpness the old way that I was doing it with the hand file. And I don't know if the camera can pick this up. It's just taking the hair right off. You see that? I just shaved that off with that broadhead. And this video's already gone into what's going to be a 2-part series, but that right there will kill anything on the planet. You put that through the lungs, you know, that's a dead animal. Right there's the proof. Just using the snuffer tamer and the leather strop. One other thing I wanted to show you while I'm at it. This block right here has a different angle on it, and this was made by the guy that, or he had it made, I don't know, that I bought this from used. and slightly used, and these files go on this one, and it changes that angle for a 2-blade broadhead, such as a this is a Zwicky 4-blade, 135 grain, I believe. Let me get the package and I'll show you. And I just quickly hit one of these on the sharpening block here yesterday, and it works really well. And there's the 2-blade with bleeders, so it's actual 4-blade Zwicky Eskimo. Zwicky 4-blade Eskimo, 125 grain, and these were actually glue-on that I added the adapter to, and I believe that put these up to, stay there, I believe that put these up to about 150 grain head, 154 or something like that. We'll weigh one just to find out here. 155. And these work on a different arrow shaft that I've got. The snuffers work on one set of shafts that I have made up. CX Predator 2 carbons, and these are actually gold tip 3555s, and with an aluminum footing. And with this 155 grain head on here, that gives me a tip weight of around, I'm gonna guess 190 to 200 grains up front, and the 125 grain snuffers on my other setup with the CX Predators gives me about 240 grains up front. Okay, anyway, enough about that. I just wanted to show you this other block, and what I would do is take these 2 screws out and just swap these files over to this block here. So it's basically gonna look the same, except with a different angle on this block, and that's made to sharpen these broadheads this way. And one thing that I did notice was that the bleeder portion on these Zwickies was trying to bottom out the through the blades, and this 4-blade would actually kind of hang up when I reached the end of my stroke here, because the files were too close. So I'm going to have to work on these holes, and probably what I'll do is I'll just move them up further a little bit, or a little further back. I'll just move the hole and try to separate these files just a little bit to where I have more room in between, so that the bleeder blade doesn't hang up, because I'm only interested in making contact with the main blade surfaces. But the little bit that I messed with it, it's going to be just as good as what I just did with this snuffer a few minutes ago. And give you a look at my arrow setups here. White arrow wraps, 3 natural turkey feathers, 4-inch right wing, shield cut. I chopped these myself. That's another video that I've got, processing your own natural turkey feathers. You might want to check that one out while you're here. and make you some nice arrows. And these natural turkey feathers, they're about the best thing you can get. Honestly, nature gave us a really nice gift here, and save all your turkey feathers. If you don't use the left wing or you don't use the right wing, depending on which ones you shoot, you can trade the other side for the ones you want. I trade all of my left wing for right wing, and there's guys out there that would rather shoot left wing, and they'll trade you their right wing feathers for your left wing feathers. And so that's what I do. So I chop and grind and process my own turkey feathers, and then this is what I shoot, and it works well for me. Hope you enjoyed this trad tech tip. I'm no technician by any means, but I do know a few things, and I've learned from my inexperience and my mistakes, and when I find out the right way to do it, I enjoy sharing with the rest of you guys that maybe are just starting out, or maybe you've been at it for a while and you're not having much success with the way you're doing it. And if my way helps you out a little bit, then that's great. I feel like I've done something worthwhile. So thanks for watching, and hit the subscribe button up there if you like what you see.